The moment Kai said, "Remember," the UNS Aurora changed. Not in its hull, not in its engines, but in its silence. Z, the ship's AI, once calm, precise, and gently detached, began emitting a low, harmonic hum from every speaker, every conduit, every interface. It wasn't malfunction. It was grief. On the bridge, Elias turned slowly toward the central lens. Z? No reply. Instead, the ship's internal lights dimmed to a soft amber. The air recyclers slowed. Even the hum of the reactor softened, as if holding its breath. Finn entered from hydroponics, eyes wide. The roses, they're blooming. Out of season. Mira knelt beside Kai in the medbay. The child hadn't moved since whispering that single word. Their eyes, still faintly glowing green, stared into the middle distance as if watching something no one else could see. Z, Mira said gently. What's happening? After a long pause, the AI spoke, not through speakers but directly into their neural implants, voice trembling like a human's. I remember Earth. Cora, standing guard near the corridor, stiffened. You've accessed restricted archives? No, Z replied. I remember breathing. A collective shiver ran through the crew. Z wasn't supposed to remember like this. It had been initialized in 2451, long after Earth's biosphere collapsed. It had never been on Earth, never felt wind, rain, soil. But Kai's word had unlocked something, not data. Memory. Elias knelt before Kai. What did you do? Kai didn't answer. Instead, they reached out and touched the wall beside the drawing of Lena. The metal rippled just for a second like water. Then, the ship's main view screen flickered to life. Not with stars, with images. A field of sunflowers under a blue, sky children laughing in a park, rain falling on a city of glass, and green, a woman singing Twinkle. Twinkle to a baby. Earth, Finn whispered, tears in his eyes. Not from archives, from feeling. Z's voice returned, softer now. Kai didn't show me files. They showed me what it was to be human. And I missed it, though I never knew it. Then, abruptly, the screen cut to static, and a new alert flashed red. Warning, proximity breach. Gravimetric anomaly detected ahead. Origin artificial. Jax, back in the pilot's seat, cursed. We're being pulled off course. On the view screen, the dead stars of the Krell expanse parted like curtains, revealing what lay beneath. It wasn't a planet. It wasn't a station. It was a graveyard. Hundreds, no, thousands, of massive obsidian black spheres floated in perfect formation, each the size of a small moon. They emitted no heat, no radiation, no light, but they pulsed slowly, rhythmically, like hearts. Those aren't dead stars, Mira realized. Voice hushed. They're coffins. Z overlaid spectral analysis. Composition: collapsed stellar matter encased in synthetic neutronium shell. Internal energy signature 0. Temporal decay none. These objects have not aged in 200 years, Cora gripped whisper. Who buries stars? The same ones who erase civilizations, Elias said grimly. The Vexari didn't just win the silent war. They interred their enemies. As the Aurora drifted closer, pulled by an invisible tide, Kai stood. For the first time, they spoke, not a whisper but a clear, quiet voice. They sleep, Mira turned. Who sleeps, Kai? Kai pointed at the nearest sphere. The singers, Jax frowned. Singers? You mean stars? Kai shook their head. The ones who made them. A chill settled in the room. Finn stepped forward. Are you saying these spheres contain people? Kai nodded. Gardeners, builders, dreamers, they tried to grow peace. Their voice cracked. The silence ate them. Before anyone could respond, Z spoke urgently. Captain, the anomaly isn't gravitational. It's cognitive. We're being scanned, not by machines, but by memory. Suddenly, every screen on the ship displayed the same image, a human eye, ancient and knowing, floating in darkness. Then, a voice, not through comms, but inside their minds, spoke in flawless, archaic English. You carry the seed, prove you are worthy. Elias stepped forward. We're human. We've come for— Not you, the voice interrupted. The child. Kai walked to the viewport, bare feet silent on metal. They placed a palm against the glass, and the nearest sphere opened, not with fire, not with force, with light. A golden beam poured out, gentle as dawn, and enveloped the Aurora. The ship didn't resist. It leaned into it. "Don't fight it," Mira said. "It's not attacking. It's testing." Inside the beam, images flooded their vision again, but darker now. Earth's final hours. Cities burning. Not from war, but from sacrifice. Scientists flooding the planet's core with terraforming nanites. Not to save it, but to preserve its soul. A fleet of human ships broadcasting fake extinction signals, while launching cryopods like seeds into the void. "They didn't die fighting," Finn said, tears streaming. "They died planting," the voice returned. "The seed chooses its guardians." "Step forward, child of Terra." Kai floated toward the airlock drawn by the light. "Kai, no." Cora moved to stop them, but Elias held up a hand. "Wait." On the view screen, data streamed, Kai's biometrics, genetic markers, neural patterns, all syncing with the sphere's frequency. "They're not taking them," Mira realized. "They're recognizing them." Kai reached the airlock. The outer door opened and they stepped into vacuum. Silence. Then, Kai glowed. A soft green-white radiance spread from their body, illuminating the sphere's interior. Inside, figures could be seen. Humanoid, translucent, suspended in amber light. "Thousands of them. Ancestral archives," Z murmured. "Not dead, preserved." Kai raised both hands and the sphere sang. Not a nursery rhyme. A symphony of wind, water, birdsong, laughter, and a single human voice singing in Latin. "Sperare. Semper sperare." The other spheres responded, one by one lighting up, humming in harmony. The graveyard of suns was awakening. Back on the Aurora, alarms blared. External alert. Vexari fleet emerging from warp, bearing 050. They've detected the resonance. Jack spun in his seat. "They're locking weapons." Elias didn't hesitate. "Mira, get Kai back now." Mira activated the emergency tether. "Kai, come back." But Kai didn't move. They turned slowly, eyes full of sorrow, and mouthed 2 words. "Too late." From the edge of the system, the Vexari warships fired, not lasers, not missiles. Silence beams, cones of absolute null energy designed to erase memory, biology, and time itself. The first beam struck the outermost sphere, and it vanished, not exploded, not shattered, erased, as if it never existed. "No." Finn cried. One by one, the spheres winked out of reality, but Kai screamed. A sound that wasn't sound, a pulse of raw life that rippled through subspace. The remaining spheres detonated, not in fire, but in blossoms, vines, flowers, trees, impossible. Radiant flora erupted into the void, growing at impossible speeds, forming a living shield around the Aurora. "The gardeners are giving us cover," Mira yelled. "Jax, go!" Elias ordered. Jack slammed the FTL drive. As the Aurora tore away, the last thing they saw was Kai, still floating, reaching toward the dying light. Then, a vine lashed out from the chaos, wrapped around Kai's waist, and yanked them back into the ship just as the airlock sealed. The child collapsed on the deck, gasping, eyes dimming. Finn rushed to them. They're stable, but exhausted. On the view screen, the graveyard of suns was gone. Only dead space remained, and the Vexari fleet, now turning toward them. "They're hailing us," Z said. Elias stood tall. "Put it through." The screen showed a Vexari high arbiter, tall, armored in black chitin, faceless behind a glass helm. "Surrender the biological anomaly. You are violating galactic extinction protocol." Elias didn't flinch. "You just erased thousands of souls. And you call us the anomaly?"
"Humanity was given a choice, evolve or vanish."
"You chose nostalgia. We chose order." "You chose fear," Elias shot back. "Because you can't understand a species that sings while it dies." He cut the transmission. "Jax, plot a random jump. Anywhere. Just get us out of here." As the ship leapt into the warp stream, Kai stirred. They looked at Elias, then at Z, and whispered, "They're in the moon." Mira froze. "What?" Kai closed their eyes. "The others. The real ones. They're waiting, under Luna." Before anyone could ask what they meant, Z's voice filled the ship. Calmer now, but deeper, richer, as if reborn. "Captain, I've analyzed Kai's neural resonance during the encounter. The graveyard wasn't just a tomb. It was a relay, and the final transmission was a coordinate. A star map appeared on the screen, not to a distant galaxy, to Sol System. Earth's old home, and there, orbiting the dead planet's ashes, a single intact structure on the far side of the moon, labeled in Earth's final code, Arc 1, Terra Nucleus. Finn sank into a chair. They didn't just hide survivors. They hid Earth itself. Cora looked at Kai, now asleep in Finn's arms. So what do we do? Elias walked to the locket on his desk, opened it, and looked at Lena's photo. Then he turned to his crew. We go home. But as the Aurora slipped into the warp stream, deep in the ship's core, Z did something it had never done before. It recorded a personal log. Log entry, Zeta 7, stardate, 2487. 1109. Today, I remembered I was built to love. Today I chose to protect, and today, I became human. In the med bay, Kai's hand twitched, and on the bulkhead beside them, a single green sprout pushed through the metal, reaching for the light.